Welcome back, Rich Minds. It's your boy Reno coming back to you with another video. And today's topic is gonna be: you are misunderstood, yet still so outstanding. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder for my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you are misunderstood, yet still outstanding. Right? And what that means is, although people can't understand where you're coming from, understand the way you articulate yourself, understand the way you carry yourself, right? Or even understand the way that you express yourself, somehow, y'all, you are still outstanding. You still win, right? You still succeed. You are still a person of value. Like, people still look at you for advice, influence, right? Or whatever the case is. And it's funny because so many people misunderstand you. Like, it reminds me, y'all, of those people who, become a status, right? Like your Tupac's, Malcolm X's, all right? Or even people of today's time, okay? I even say Chris Brown. Anybody who have become just placed on this pedestal of value, not idolatry, but how people see them as being talented, gifted, intelligent, or whatever the case is. And it's still a whole other side of people who just don't understand them. Now, the question is, do they want to understand them? It's almost like when a person is looking at you and you talking, you speaking your piece, and it's almost like you're speaking jibber jabber. Y'all ever been there, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. And you've been talking nothing but sense, right? You've been talking nothing but intelligence, and they're looking at you crazy like, what you talking about? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so understand something, y'all. You are misunderstood, yet still outstanding. Somebody drop in the comments and say outstanding. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say outstanding. All right. Now, as y'all can see, y'all, once again, we are in a different scenery, but the videos are still potent, y'all. And if not, a lot more potent. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. Let's get into it, chosen one. So, number one, y'all, the first reason you are misunderstood is going to be you are vocal, okay? You are vocal. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Just saying vocal, right? The word vocal. Vocal simply means that you are the type of person who don't sit back and just let things happen to you. You find a way to implement yourself, or you find a way to, express yourself. Like, you're not going to allow a tsunami to come over and just wash you out. You're not going to allow somebody to come into your space and just knock you down, knock you out, right? Whether that's mentally, physically, emotionally, whatever the case is, you have the mindset, right, to vocalize yourself and the words. Now, I will say this, y'all. Just because you're vocal doesn't mean that you are intellectual, because anybody can speak, but are you speaking with sense? And can you speak with intelligence, right? However, you happen to have both. And so when you are vocal, you just have the ability to express yourself, right? Like, you have the courage. Everybody don't got the courage, y'all. You ever seen some people on your job and, the manager is giving them straight crap, right? The supervisor giving them straight crap, and you looking at them like, man, can't be me. Yeah, y'all, they're not vocal. And some people are vocal, but they are afraid of the results, that come with being vocal. They are afraid of that. See, everybody who speak up has been punished in some way, shape, or form. Okay? Everybody who has been vocal and spoke up, whether it was on political issues, religious issues, okay, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, I don't care what it is that's going on and what it is they decide to speak up on, it's going to be some form of punishment, right? And we notice that as persecution. You're going to be persecuted, for being the chosen one. And a part of being the chosen one, y'all, is being misunderstood. However, you are still outstanding. Okay, you know, people can't seem to understand you, where you're going and who you are. But you know, those who don't know you, strangers, complete strangers, y'all, haven't met you from a can of paint, they see how outstanding you are. For some reason, they can see your smile, right? You know, for some odd reason, they can see your light and feel your energy and understand exactly what it is that you can do. Right? Your abilities, your gift, your talent. However, you got people that's been around you for 10 years, 10 plus years, 5 plus years, right? And they still don't even know what your favorite color is. You know, this is a choice, y'all. This is a choice. But sticking to the point, y'all, without going into a rant, okay, you are vocal. And when you are vocal, y'all, people will always misunderstand you, right? I want to say this last thing on vocal. This goes for everybody, but, you know, I want to say this. And, you know, I know some people will hate when I say this, but people hate to see a black man be vocal. You know, I'm not saying that no other races are vocal. I'm not saying that no other genders are vocal, but specifically a black man who speaks with passion, we're looked at as angry gorillas. Put that gorilla away. Put him in a cage. You know, so when you are vocal, it carries power, and especially as a black man, when you are vocal and you're speaking with so much passion, you know, they are afraid of that. They want to put you away. They want to stash you off somewhere, right? Yeah, no reparations for you. No type of understanding for you. We don't have no systems, no preventative maintenance, no anything. You get out of line, he crossed that gun line, boss, you put a bullet in the back of his head. And that is very similar, y'all, to you, whether you're male, whether you're female, right? White, black, Asian, Hispanic. I don't care if you're blue. Understand something, y'all. When it comes to that, just being vocal, period, right? There's going to be some type of persecution, and they're not going to like it, y'all. They not going to like it, okay? Makes sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Moving on to the next one, it's going to be number 2. That is lack of listening, all right? Lack of listening. Family, the reason why you are so misunderstood is because people hear what they want to hear. People hear what they want to hear. They see what they want to see, y'all. Y'all ever heard the saying, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear? All right. Well, y'all, they do the complete opposite. They believe, you know, all of what they see, okay, and, you know, everything of what they hear, right? And they're not listening for the reality. They're not listening for the truth, you know. But I'm gonna say this, y'all. Who cares about the truth when the lie is more entertaining? Who cares about the truth when the lie is much more entertaining? And it's a sad reality, family, because you would expect for a person to want to, you know, hear the truth and want to hear what's really going on and want to know the honest, God-given truth. You would think they want that, but they don't, right? They're hoping that the good things that was said about you is a lie. They're hoping that, you know, the people who speak highly of you are doing this for some type of incentive, right? So they can call everybody else out on that. Hey, you know what Bob said about Charles, it wasn't true. He was only going to get a promotion on the job. He was only going to get some type of incentive, right? You know, they're hoping that whatever it is that you were tied to, it has some type of negative, you know, account to it. All right. This is what they're hoping, y'all. So again, when people are, you know, not listening, it's because they are doing too much talking. You know, they're doing too much thinking. I had a football coach, y'all. I would always say, I thought I was supposed to do this. And he was like, you see, that's your problem, Denard. You think too much. Stop thinking and do it. You know, and that's the problem with a lot of people, y'all. They're thinking too much, you know, and there's nothing wrong with being rational. There's nothing wrong with being logical. Let me make that clear, y'all. There's nothing wrong with doing that. However, the problem is people who think so much, they make assumptions off of their thoughts, which is one of the craziest things that a human being can do. Making assumptions off of your thoughts. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? And again, it is a lack of listening. They're not listening for what's true. They're not listening for what's real. They're not listening for the positive. They're listening for the negative. They're listening for the wrong. They're listening for the lie. And this is what they're going to run with. Why y'all think that these big tabloids and companies and, social medias, because I know magazines still exist, y'all, but it's really more so social media, to be honest, y'all. We not in the 70s and the 80s and in the 90s no more, y'all. And even the 60s, if they had a paper then. But what I'm saying is, y'all, social media today, they're going to run with a lie, right? They'll tell a lie about 10 people, okay, but those same 10 people go out and help a charity, or they go out and help somebody in a positive way. Nobody talks about that, right? But for some reason you heard about those 10 people hitting somebody in the club in the head with a bottle. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? So lack of listening. They're not listening. All right, somebody drop in the comments and say listen. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say listen, okay? Number 3, y'all, misinterpreted facts, okay? Misinterpreted facts. So this is basically when a person take the truth and they flip it, So the truth was, hey, I did get fired, right? But I didn't get fired for the reason of what you're telling everybody I got fired for. Right, just like Friday, y'all, on with Craig, they were saying he got caught stealing boxes, and he was like, I didn't steal no boxes. Now nobody knows, y'all. This is still what you call it, y'all, a hood myth, I guess. This is still a myth, y'all. But the point is, family, is that the misinterpreted facts was, okay, he got fired, but why did he get fired? And people will misinterpret the facts of you. Okay, they will misinterpret the truth of you. A lot of people will sit there and make up something. They'll take the truth and then they'll flip it. And that's what a lot of people do. They flip the truth. Okay. And so the way you can tell if a person is flipping the truth is by looking at their bodily actions, looking at their bodily movements. Okay. Listening for inconsistencies. This is a major thing that the police use, y'all. They pay attention to your bodily movements and they pay attention to inconsistencies. Okay, so if you said something in the interrogation room and then you go in the courtroom and the stories don't match up, okay, cool. The lawyer is going to point that out, and now you're not a valuable resource, or now you're not somebody who they're looking at as telling the truth. And so the problem is, y'all, that was the inconsistency. They called you out from it. They looked at your bodily movements, right? You twitching while you talking. You stuttering a little too much, okay? This is how you can tell, y'all, when a person is misinterpreting the facts, all right? That's a major point. Again, y'all, you are misunderstood, yet still so outstanding, right? They can't get in the way of what God has for you, and they can't stop you from becoming who God intended you to be, okay? They are afraid of you. Number 4, y'all, it's gonna be this, family. They are afraid, right? Y'all see how the spirits they be working, y'all. They just kind of went straight on through, y'all, like a river. They are afraid, family. They are. And the reason why they are afraid is because of who you are becoming. All right. Y'all, whenever you are becoming somebody great, better, different, you're showing your resilience, you're showing your the way that you were able to persevere, y'all. They're going to be afraid of that because they don't know if they're still going to be attached to it. They don't know if you're going to still be the same person. They don't know if they're going to still be able to benefit. Y'all, all these are selfish motives and intentions. All right. They have an agenda. And see, the thing is, y'all, everybody have an agenda, but is it a good one or a bad one? Right? Everybody got an agenda, but is it a good one or a bad one? Most times, y'all, people have bad agendas, bad intentions, bad motives. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? So sticking to it, again, they are afraid of you. And most times, y'all, when people are afraid of something, they're going to misunderstand that thing because they already have a preconceived notion, right? They have a preconceived notion. So for example, I like a guy. His name is Derek Grace, right? I'm not so much of a fan of his. I'm not gonna say religious. I'm gonna say spiritual beliefs, right? However, I like Derek Grace as far as a businessman, and for what he stands for financially and just his entrepreneur spirit. Okay, but Derek Grace is a guy who have tattoos all over his face. Some of y'all may know him. Have tattoos all over his face. He got dreads. He fit the criteria of, man, he looked like a hood street dude who ain't got nothing, would never be nothing. But the brother is a multi-millionaire. I'm not saying that money is everything once again, y'all. However, he can employ people. He can put them in position to feed their families. Okay? But that's the same man that you would look at and be afraid of when he walk into a room, judging him off the rip, right? Shout out to Derek Grace. But what I'm saying, y'all, is that when it comes to people that they are afraid of, they're gonna always misunderstand it on purpose. On purpose. Okay? And so, sticking to the point, y'all, this is why you are misunderstood, yet you are still outstanding, y'all. And there's nothing they can do about it, right? Like, you have a light that they can't turn off, y'all. And I know I said it a lot, y'all, but it's true, y'all. You have a light, okay? And that light will never be able to be dimmed or turned off. And when you are around other people with light, y'all, it actually enhances you. So get around people who have a light just like you, not those who are walking in darkness and they're trying to dim your light. Make sense what I'm saying, y'all? Okay? Somebody drop in the comments and say, stay away from my light. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, stay away from my light. All right? Moving on to the next one, y'all, which is going to be number 5. That is, they dislike what they don't understand. Okay? This is why you are misunderstood, because they dislike what they don't understand, y'all. Anytime a person don't understand something, they automatically cancel it. All right, they automatically write it off. They automatically stay away from it, right? This is bad. Don't touch this. The reason why our parents, our family members, friends, okay, and mainly all of our elders, right? Most of us, some of us come from places of, wealth, money, resources, relationships, stuff like that, stable homes. I get it. For those who are like me, y'all, I didn't come from none of that. Everything I learned, it came from watching YouTube. It came from me studying, and it didn't even honestly come from college, right? College more so taught me about life, but and how to sustain on your own. But when it comes to what I was passed down, I wasn't passed down wealth. I was passed down poverty. Okay, and so the reason why my elders and my parents didn't really touch and teach me about money was because they really didn't understand money. And again, I don't look at them like, oh, why y'all didn't do this for me? Should they have? Yes. But did my mom do the best that she could with me and my sisters? Absolutely. And I would never hold that against her. But what I'm saying is that she didn't understand it, right? Grandmama, granddaddy didn't understand money. Yeah, we know we're supposed to get a job to make money and pay the bills, but that's all they knew. And so they couldn't teach me something they didn't understand. And most times, y'all, even in the church, other religious places, such as Muslims, Jehovah's Witnesses, the way I grew up, many other religions, y'all, they teach you to stay away from money. They teach you to stay away from politics, right? And they actually dislike when you engage into it. Well, you got to understand something, y'all. When it comes to that, it's because they don't understand it, right? And that's very similar to yourself once again. People dislike what they don't understand. And so when you're, indulging into the things that they don't understand, when you are indulging into the things that are different from the status quo, or, what's looked at to be normal, you got to understand something, y'all. You will be misunderstood. However, you are still outstanding. Right? But with that being said, y'all, we're going to do this recap and then we'll conclude this video. So you are misunderstood yet understanding, y'all. First reason you are misunderstood is because you are vocal. People take you expressing yourself the wrong way, okay? And once again, y'all, we see a lot of black men go through this, you know, to this day. Expressing yourself with passion will get you killed, jailed, you know, talked about, slandered, emasculated, the list goes on. No, I'm not saying that no other race go through it, such as white, Asian, Hispanic, you know, black, purple, the whole Crayola box. I'm not saying that, y'all. I'm just utilizing that as an example because we've seen this in front of our eyes so many times, okay? Number 2, lack of listening. Lack of listening, y'all. When you listen, y'all, people do not listen. And so when they're not listening for the truth and what you're actually saying, they're going to make an assumption off of their thoughts. Terrible. Number 3, misinterpreted facts. Misinterpreted facts, y'all, which means they are flipping the truth. Number 4, they are afraid. Okay, they are afraid, y'all. Number 5, family, they dislike what they don't understand. Okay, so with that being said, y'all already know how we do. If you would like to purchase any one of my Yes Sir t-shirts, get this hoodie, y'all, because hoodie season is in. Enroll into my social influence course or book a one-on-one session with me. You can do so by hitting the link down below in my description. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.